Welcome back, Hawkeye and college football fans alike, to the Touchdown Black and Gold vlog, the only channel where we examine, discuss, celebrate, and honor all things college football across the entire college football landscape, the only channel that's got you covered for all things college football. I'm your usual host, Blair Parks. Holla at you, boy! It's great to be back with you. Spring football has come and gone at a local campus or university near you, so that means that the 2024 college football season will very soon be upon us. So until then, I'm going to have to go ahead and fill the void with another one of my top 5 episodes. Now, make sure to tune into the channel because expect my official season preview for the 2024 season to be posted early in July. You're not going to want to miss it. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and continue during the off season with another one of my top 5 episodes. And what I have on tap for you today is my top 5 mascots in college football. And the following episode, which should be a week and a half to 2 weeks out, will be my top 5 college football traditions in our sport. So these next two basically can go hand in hand. There might be a little bit of overlap between the next 2 episodes, but that's okay. This is strictly my opinion and mine alone, so feel free. You can either agree or agree to disagree. That is totally fine. And before I say anything more, I'd like to thank you for your continued support, your time, your attention. The Touchdown Black and Gold vlog continues to grow exponentially. Thanks to you, it is an absolute pleasure for me to be here with you, to share my love for all things college football with you. And without you, none of this would be possible. I thank you. I feel so very blessed. But I need and ask for your continued help. Let's get the word out there and find more college football fans just like you. So please hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, tell your family members, your friends, your fellow college football fanatics to check me out here in the Touchdown Black and Gold vlog. And let's continue to keep Big Mo on our side. All right. So moving on to today's episode, and please, I always welcome and ask for and encourage your comments. So anytime during this episode today, please go ahead and comment in the section below, and I promise I will get back to each and every one of you much sooner than later. Just depends on my schedule. I mean, I am an average Joe. I don't do this for any sort of monetary gain. Now, if that was a possibility potentially in the future, well, I would entertain or listen to that offer. But right now, I've got a full-time gig, 2 kids, a wife, a dog. So I'm just your average fan who loves college football and loves speaking and talking about it and sharing it with you. So here's the criteria that I used for today's list, my countdown of the top 5 college football mascots. It's simple. It's just very, very simple, the criteria. You must, first of all, to qualify for my list, you must have physically a mascot that either performs on the field or interacts with fans in the stands. So, for example, some schools just simply right there do not qualify because they don't meet that criteria. For example, the Michigan Wolverines. They don't have a Wolverine mascot or, heaven forbid, a live Wolverine roaming the field there in Ann Arbor. Another example would be the LSU Tigers. Yes, they have Mike the Tiger. He is near the stadium down there in Baton Rouge, but Mike the Tiger is not in the stands or on the field. Heaven forbid that as well. So right there, LSU and Michigan do not qualify to make my official list. And to also be straight up with you, obviously, the team I root for is the black and gold of the Iowa Hawkeyes. But Hawkeye fans, I've got to tell you right now, I love me some Herky the Hawkeye, no doubt about that, but I am not a Homer Simpson. Yes, I am a Iowa fan, but first and foremost, I am a college football fan. Those of you who have tuned in previously, you know that about me. There is no need for me to say that, but if this is your first time, welcome, by the way. But also you'll be able to tell that I am not biased at all. I love my Hawkeyes, but to come clean right now, I'm sorry, Herky did not make my official list. Going to come clean right there. All right. So before I unveil my top 5 list, I always go ahead and give 2 honorable mentions, 2 teams that just missed the official cut for the top 5. And once again, please get involved, exercise your voice, your right as a college football fan. I can't wait to hear from you. Like, share, comment below, subscribe, and I will get back to you. So, and this really took me a long time. It took me a couple days to really reflect on this episode because I love all of the mascots across this nation. I mean, and everybody has a favorite mascot, whether it's due to sentimentalism or it's my favorite squad or just the entertainment value. Please, I can't wait to hear from you. What is your favorite? Please let me know. Comment, and I definitely will get back to you. So, before I enlist my top 5 list, here are my 2 honorable mentions. My second team out, that would be the Florida Gators in the SEC, because how cool is the carnivore, the predator of gators? But I love that, yeah, they don't have live alligators, okay, down there in the swamp. They don't, but they do have Mr. and Mrs. Gator. I'm talking about Albert and Alberta Gator. I absolutely love that. I love that they're a nice, happy, friendly fan couple of the Florida Gators. So Mr. and Mrs. Gator, Albert and Alberta, they are my second team out. Just missed the cut, so congratulations for making my list. Now, my first team out. Now, my first mascot out, I should say. Really close. I almost bumped them to number 5, but I'll tell you the reasons why I put number 5 in there ahead of this mascot. I'm referring to the Oklahoma State Cowboys and Mr. Pistol Pete himself, because when you hear the word cowboy, that just screams classic and traditional Americana. I mean, cowboys and this nation is just like mentioning rock and roll, hot dogs, and baseball when it comes down to talking about America. So I love me the Cowboys and I love Pistol Pete. But here's the thing about Pistol Pete. And I did not know this. I learned something new doing a little bit of research on this mascot, that Pistol Pete is also shared with the mascots of both the Wyoming Cowboys of the Mountain West and the New Mexico State, which they're the Aggies, not the Cowboys. But Pistol Pete is the name of the Aggie mascot for New Mexico State. So Oklahoma State Cowboys, Pistol Pete from the Big 12. They're my first team out, just officially missing my top 5 countdown list. But congratulations for being listed, for being mentioned. You were right there. I mean, but Pistol Pete, I can see why he might weird some people out. I mean, he kind of looks like a big ceramic glass doll with that helmet. I understand it is a little bit old-fashioned. And for some of you who just don't like dolls because they creep you out, you're probably not a fan of Pistol Pete. All right, so let me know what you think about my 2 honorable mentions. Do you agree, disagree? Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Now, let me go ahead and move into my official top 5 countdown, the list of my favorite college football mascots in this great nation, starting with number 5. And I mentioned I almost put Pistol Pete at number 5, but I had to switch it 11th hour because I have seen this mascot in person, and just watching him or her perform, it made me tired. My eyes couldn't keep up with it. I'm talking about the mascot for the Stanford Cardinal, the Stanford Tree. But for this argument, I'm going to name the mascot the Stanford Dancing Tree, because that is all this mascot does non-stop. If you remember the movie The Three Amigos with the singing bush, right, to find El Guapo's hideout, basically all that singing bush did was sing nonstop. That is exactly what the Stanford Dancing Tree does. It just dances. And I remember back in 8th grade going up to the United Center in Chicago to watch the first and second round NCAA March Madness tournament games. Stanford happened to be at that site, and seeing the dancing cardinal on the court before the game, during the game, after the game, most impressive. Okay, I'm telling you, he or she is awesome. So I had to put the Stanford Dancing Tree in here, starting off the list at number 5. So let's move on to number 4. And this was another tough one. I knew I was going to put this mascot on my list, but I didn't really quite know what number. So number 4, I'm looking at the Colorado Buffaloes from the Big 12. And, of course, their living bovine mascot, Ralphie the Buffalo. I absolutely love that they do this there at Folsom Field. They're in Boulder before the game kicks off. Ralphie and his handlers run onto the field, a living, breathing buffalo / bison, whatever you want, however you refer to it. I love that. I absolutely love the live animal mascots. And I'm sorry, Bevo of Texas, of the Longhorns, there was only room for one family of the bovine to make my list, so Ralphie is on. Bevo, you are out, unfortunately. So that's where I've got Ralphie, number 4 of the Colorado Buffaloes. And please let me know what you think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Can't wait to hear from you. Number 3 on my official top 5 list, I'm looking at my home conference, the Big Ten, and I've got to go with the Michigan State Spartans and their mascot, Sparty. I mean, how can you not love Sparty? He is well publicized, well advertised. He's on multiple commercials every year. I mean, he's a Spartan. He's a Greek. He's a soldier. And he's roided out like Sylvester Stallone and Rocky 3 and Rocky 4. I mean, you gotta love you some Sparty. You just do. And plus, green is my favorite color. So I'm sorry, all of you Michigan fans who are subscribers to the channel. I meant no disrespect or no offense, but I'm taking Sparty number 3. Love everything Sparty. Go green, go white. So the Sparty comes in of Michigan State at number 3. So number 2 on my list, let's go ahead and keep this moving along. Give me about 20 minutes max. I'll wrap this up fairly quickly today because people say I do go long-winded on occasion, but I wish I could go long-winded in certain other situations. Enough said, if you catch my drift. But number 2 on my official top 5 list, I've got from the ACC, and by the way, a little bit ago, Stanford, the Stanford Cardinal. It's going to take a lot of getting used to for me saying they now belong in the ACC conference, when before they were a member of the Pac-12, the Pacific for Pacific Ocean, now going over to the ACC, the Atlantic Coast, the Atlantic Conference, when I still believe they're out west. So just referring to Stanford being an ACC school is going to take a little bit of time, all right? But back to the countdown. Number 2 from the ACC, I love it. He's been one of my favorite mascots for a very long time. I'm going with the mascot of the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, Mr. Deacon. How can you not love a possessed clergyman? If you haven't seen this mascot, Google him. I wish I could put up a picture here, but quite frankly, that would take work, and this is strictly a hobby for me. So I love Mr. Demon Deacon. I mean, once again, if you're not intrigued or can rally behind or all about the possessed clergyman there in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, I don't know what I can say that's going to get your attention or keep you intrigued. I just don't know. So I love the Demon Deacon there from Wake Forest, coming in at number 2. He just missed out on the top spot. So, without further ado, we've reached the number 1 college football mascot on my list. Here, drum roll. Number 1 on my list goes to also from the ACC conference, from the Florida State Seminoles. I have got to go with Osceola and his loyal steed Renegade and the flaming spear that Osceola brings out before each game for Florida State with the chomp going on, the tomahawk chop. I love everything that goes on down there in Doak Walker Stadium there in Tallahassee. I love that mascot, the living mascot, both human and animal, as far as the equine side of it, his horse. I absolutely love the Florida State mascot. It's just, how can you not be a player or a fan, especially in that stadium, seeing that happen? How can that not just simultaneously right there pump you up and get you ready to go for the game? It just couldn't. All right, I think it's just the coolest thing. It's an homage to the Seminole Nation and the great tribe that they were and they still are. So there you go. Number 1 is Osceola and Renegade on my list of the top 5 college football mascots. To yours truly. All right, now I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you for your time and your attention. I hope you enjoyed this episode of my top 5 mascots in college football. Please get involved. Once again, I ask for, beg, and plead for your comments. Let me know what you think about my list. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree? Would you have moved this mascot higher, this mascot lower, removed this mascot, added this mascot? Let me know. I can't wait to hear from you, from all of you college football fans. You are all welcome here. You don't have to be a fan of the Black and Gold of Iowa to enjoy the Touchdown Black and Gold vlog, because, hey, after all, nobody's perfect. But this is a gathering site and a gathering place, a safe haven for college football fans just like you. You are always welcome here and never judged. So until my next episode, I would say probably look for that in about a week and a half to 2 weeks. That's going to be my top 5 traditions in college football. So once again, there might be a little bit of similarity with that list compared to what I just unveiled to you during this episode. So make sure, please, to check that out, and to get that notification, click the button down below, subscribe, let me know what you think. And if you just want to comment and discuss college football in general, any subject, any topic, any question, hey, that is fair game. Comment below and I will get back to you. So until then, all of you fans, guys, girls, kids who are watching, enjoy your time, enjoy the rest of the week, stay safe, be responsible, and I thank you for watching this episode of the Touchdown Black and Gold vlog. Go Hawks. See you soon. Bye-bye.